Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Brown Dust 2 video. So let's talk about the guild raids going on right now, right? So this is going to be what it is. We have the boss of Ruler of Fire Rucersingha. This is going to be pretty much a rerun in a way, right? So let's talk about this as a whole. So for those of you who are not aware, we have done this plenty of times before, but this time the boss is going to be fire, right? So in that particular case, you can practically see the boss's weak tiles right there. Alright, we got 50% here, 100% here. And then there's a 200% all the way at the back. The truth is, it's going to be quite difficult to reach that particular one, but the few character that's very good that you want to be able to utilize is going to be DARIAN right here. So DARIAN, we are pretty much going to utilize this particular one. As you can see, this is going to be her range. She is going to be able to hit all the tiles that the boss has. So ideally, this is going to be the perfect candidate for this particular boss. So with that, let's jump into it. I will show you guys the level 9 strategy. Level 10 should be... I don't know if I can do yet. I will try it later, but definitely it is going to be of similar order, right? But there's certain things that needs to be fixed. Okay, so first things first. So keep in mind, this is going to be the very important one. This skill at the right here. So you can see in this particular skill, there's this thing that the boss is going to hit you, and then the boss also will apply this thing called barrier, magic barrier to the enemy. All right, that means you are going to get hit and apply and get applied the barrier. And you want to get hit. You don't want to dodge, you don't want to avoid and place your characters in other places, because there's two conditional skill later on. One is going to be this one. If the enemy has barrier, your crit damage is going to increase by 100%. Then there's going to be one more of this, right? If you have barrier, then apply augmentation instead. Alright, so that's going to be what you want to take advantage of. You want to constantly get hit by this particular barrier thing. So first things first, Diana, remember, if you are using Diana for this particular the preemptive, right? Make sure you toggle that. We're gonna move this robot right here. Alright, and then that's pretty much going to be it. Rafitia, start off with this particular one first for now, and then Diana can use the... I believe we are not going to have enough for the time being to use all the skills. Alright, so later we're just gonna not do anything for now. Then Celia can do this. For Rafina, we're just gonna go with this particular one for now. And then for DARIAN, we're going to try to use that particular one. As you can see, right? We barely have enough skills. So what I'll do is I will not use anything from Rafina in this case, so that we can use DARIAN. Alright, so DARIAN is going to be constantly spamming this particular the bunny DARIAN one. So make sure you move this prior. So we can move this thing all the way up. Alright, all the way up. Put it like this. I think, yeah, something like this is going to be good enough. Alright, so this is going to be our first turn of order. Everybody is going to get hit by this. Keep in mind, the boss is going to do magic attack. So make sure you guys have plenty of magic resist. As you can see, my SP is just nice. Obviously, if you are lacking some of the potential, you know, liberation, some of the SP requirements are going to be quite strict, right? Okay, so this is going to be our first DARIAN smack. Okay, so we didn't do that crazy damage, right? It is like decent but not that crazy. So you can see we got smacked by that skill. So now every one of my character has this thing, the barrier, right? That the boss do apply on us, alright? Now the boss is going to do this. And then this thing is going to increase our crit damage because we have the barrier. But notice this one, the range is a bit different, right? The boss is going to hit you in this particular range. So if you want to get, you know, let's say you want your lethal to get hit, then you can basically position it this way, but it does depend on the situation, right? Make sure you guys are aware of that. So you don't really need it on lethal. The important one is going to be DARIAN right there. So for Rafitia, I'm going to go with that particular one. I'm not going to do anything for Diana. We're not going to waste the SP right there. I want to see if I can activate this particular swimsuit Rafitia for the time being. Do I have enough? Still not enough. This is very expensive. As you can see, this is going to be as expensive as it gets. I will see. Okay, now I can do it. So I'm gonna go with a swimsuit Rafitia, and then the robot from Diana, and then this, and then we're gonna go with this one. Later, we don't have enough SP unfortunately, so we're gonna stick with not doing anything. Rafina, go with that particular one for now, right? If you want to, you can disable Rafina and use the other skill. Ideally, it doesn't really matter, right? So the important one is going to be this is going to be what we are going to need to do. So hopefully everybody save. Oops. Wait, I made a mistake. So since Rafitia is going to use that particular skill, you want to try to move Lethal there. Alright, it's going to help Lethal a little bit if we move Lethal there, because we are benefiting from the 1 SP reduction, remember? Okay. So outside of that, everything else is the same. Boom. Okay. So we got smack right there. So it's fine, alright, getting smack right there. But that means our crit damage has increased right now. Alright. So we got the crit damage. So now the next one, the boss is gonna hit us with another barrier, right? So we're gonna move back later right there, so we get hit by this particular skill. So now we can go all in. Alright, now we're gonna go all in with this one for Celia. Diana don't have to do anything. We're gonna save SP for now. I'm gonna position it this way. So for Rafina, we're gonna go with this one, the vulnerability. Alright, gonna apply as much of this as we can, and then go with this on Darian. Alright. Again, this is going to be a lot of lots of SP. Okay. 22 chain, 28 chain. Oh, that's decent. Alright. 30 chain. Alright, so we got hit one more time by that skill. So we got barrier on us again, right? So now the boss has reapplied the barrier on us. The next one, the boss will hit this. This one, the condition is, you can see, 85% or below, right? So make sure you guys are able to reduce the boss by that particular moment, right? You need to reduce so that the boss can then do this now, right? If the enemy has barrier from the boss, apply augmentation instead. Increase our damage dealt by 8 turns. Alright, so this is going to be the very, very good one. We are trying to get this augmentation in by the boss. So again, I want to move Lethal right here so that we actually get hit. If you want to, you can activate the robot for now and use this particular skill. Don't use this one first. Alright, you can use this one if you want to, right? Rafitia, go back to that, just so that we get more SP, right? SP is going to be a big problem. Later can go with this one. Diana, if you want to protect everyone, you can, I guess. Go with that particular one for that one. So now we can go back to the Celia. We can go with this, and then we can go with that. Alright, so this is going to be the cycle of a lot of damage. 9 chain. Okay. Will it give everybody back the SP? Okay, a little bit of shield right there. Okay, so now 73.8%. So the boss did fire that thing towards us. Now we got a little bit of buff, right? We have 50% augmentation as well. So augmentation has been given to us. So now the boss is going to go back to this particular one, which is, you know, that's how it is. That's how the boss is going to do things. We're still going to continue to go with this one. Alright, so go back to Liberta for that particular one. For later, I guess we can move it here. Right, so later, now the boss is going to continuously apply barrier, but there's no need for you to get hit anymore for this particular situation. As far as I know, yeah, so the conversion all is done, right? So we don't need to worry about getting hit for the shield to convert it to damage. So now you can position it however you want. So the boss is going to do this. Now the next condition for the boss is below 50%. Alright, below 50%. So now we're going to wait for let the boss hit us first. Alright, don't worry about it. We're just going to plan things accordingly. Boom, boom. So later going to come to the left side and hit that side. So Diana, of course, we want to reapply this. Very important. For Celia, we go with this one first for now. Okay. And then for, what's the name? Rafina, we go with that one first for now. And then this one for now. Remember, robot, don't use that one first. Save it for turn 11, right? Okay. Buff. Buff. Hit there. Maybe should have let Celia go before later, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, right? Okay, 64%. So we got smack right there, no problem. So now, this one is going to be your robot's strongest turn, right? So you want to basically use this, because if not, after this the boss is going to, the robot is going to go away, right? This is the last turn of the robot. So we're just going to do this. This one is going to do very high damage because we're going to apply 200% vulnerability, right? So very, very important, very, very crucial right there. So lethal, alright, we are going to move our lethal back there. Actually, doesn't matter where lethal is positioned, actually, to be honest, right? No matter, can position regardless of wherever. Celia is going to go with this, right? And then Rafina is going to go back with that. And this is going to be this one. Alright, turn 11. This is going to be enough. Boom. To reduce the boss to 50%. Alright. So apply all the buffs. Lots of buffs. One single hit by Diana. 23 chain. 29 chain. Oh. Oh, look at that. Holy. Damn, that was a lot of damage. Holy. 6 billion. Alright, so now the boss has entered this particular condition, right? So as you guys can see, if everything is timed perfectly well, you are going to do a lot of damage. Just gotta line it up accordingly. Okay, now let's turn off the face cam. So now we are entering the overdrive because the boss is below 50% HP, right? And now, because of 50% below, the boss is going to do this thing, right? This is going to call Raging Flames, alright? Deal damage, okay? A lot of damage here, very, very careful, right? 1000%. Apply 100% vulnerability to the enemy. Alright, but the important thing is, you notice how the boss only hits in the middle, alright? Again, if the middle characters, in this case, they all have magic resist, gears, very, very strong gears, then you should be fine, you don't have to reposition. But if you think that you are going to die, then maybe reposition and make sure that, the middle characters can, they don't get hit and stuff. In this case, I'm surviving, you can see my Darian and stuff, except for Lethal, right? You can see the KO there. Lethal is a little bit scary, so I will move Lethal a little bit away. Maybe move Lethal here or something, right? Now, why do I move Lethal there? Because I want to use this skill. This one can hit it in this particular diagonal. So now we're going to set up Rafitia back to this particular one. The crit damage one. Unfortunately, we can't use the swimsuit. That was too expensive. So we're going to go with this one for Lethal. If you're scared you cannot survive, then you can try to get Diana to use this. But I will be able to survive. So no problem for me. Now we're going to set it up with this one. We're going to go with that one. Wait. Oh, we can't even do Lethal any skill because we won't have enough SP. So Lethal don't do anything so that we have enough SP for, in this case, our Darian. Alright, Darian. So Lethal, I guess we move back Lethal to the top left, alright? So this is going to be the position here. Let me double check again. So hit middle, this, set up, hit here. Then we go with chain, and then we go with this, and then we go with this. Alright. So your Rafitia have to use back this particular skill to give back the SP, right? We need the SP back. SP hungry team. Okay. Boom. Okay, not as high as the previous round. Okay, we got hit in the middle. Now, the boss just did this skill called the Raging Flames. Now there's two things that will happen, right? Pay very close attention. So either, right, if this particular one 50% below, this particular one, alright, after Raging Flames, then the boss is supposed to use this one, right? Basically apply Augmentation to all parts of 20 turns, increase damage dealt, and also apply 90% barrier. Alright, but you don't want this. You don't want this to happen. You can see this is called Reserve Raging Flames. After Raging Flames, he's supposed to use this particular one. Raging Flames is basically 50% HP and below, right? But you want the boss to use this one instead. Now, what is this one, right? This one is going to be the Complete Combustion. Boss HP at 30% or below, and no other skills have been used after Raging Flames. Okay, so make sure you are able to do it. As you can see, I was able to get the boss down to 14% now. So the boss, in my case, will not activate this one, but will activate this one indeed, which is what you want, right? This one basically makes the boss enter break and also apply 200% vulnerability, right? You want the boss to enter this one rather than this one. There's always two conditions, because this one, the boss is going to get the barrier, and then you basically screw up, right? You didn't kill the boss, right? So in that case, make sure you have enough damage to make sure that the boss is, below 30%. That's the condition, right? So in that case, I will brace for impact. I will go with this. We're gonna go with all the buffs for now. For later, So I can put them wherever I want because I know that the boss is going to activate this. Even though the next one, it says here next, but I know the boss is going to activate that for me, right? In my situation right here, I'm going to go with this one for now. And then we're going to go with this one for Rafina. And that particular one for DARIAN. Okay. Okay, so we got one. So now the boss, you can see, enters break, right? So now I will be able to finish the boss. Alright, I'm just gonna go in. We're gonna go the homunculus later for this one. Buff like crazy, go back to Diana's, that particular one. We're gonna use this one. We're gonna use this one. And DARIAN, you can use whatever skill for DARIAN. Looks like I don't have enough SP, unfortunately. Huh, very, very expensive. This team is kind of SP hungry. I can either make Celia not use anything, just so that I can use... for me, there's no problem, right? I'll be able to kill the boss. But let's say if you guys are in this situation where you have like 10% more or something, maybe you can sacrifice not using Celia, right, for now. Because Celia, you can go in again afterwards. So that's going to be something that you can consider, right? If you want to basically be able to constantly stack the DARIAN's frost stuff, right? Okay. GG, as you can see, I was able to do it. Even though this team is very, very SP hungry, but constantly you can see the rotation in terms of trying to rotate around the boss. Now, Bittersweet Bunny DARIAN did 8 billion. That's a lot, right? She is the one, obviously I'm just spamming her costume constantly. Very expensive, but still very, very worth it. If you have her at +5, she will carry you. Alright, keep in mind this is going to be guild rates. So that means you can borrow up to 2 of your guildmates, members. If you don't do that, if you haven't done that already. So you can always come to team formation, click on this one right here. I mean not that one, this one, the one with the hand. And then you can, this is going to be from your friends. You can toggle by, water, and then you can lend them your stuff. And that's going to be what you can do, right? So with that, that's going to be it for this video, I guess. Let me show you guys some of my characters' gears. So this is going to be my Rafitia gears. I think the important one is going to be DARIAN. Alright? DARIAN gears, hers is the important one. As you can see, I got 2.4k and 650% crit damage. But the rest of these characters, Rafina, she's not going to do the damage, but just make sure they have enough magic resist, because the boss is doing magic attack. The one that I don't have enough magic resist is my Lethal, because I'm still using this one, which I guess focuses more on defense %. But everyone else just magic resist, right? Magic resist all the way. Magic resist for this one as well. Diana has so much. And then Libertas gears are right here, as you can see. Oh, I don't have magic resist on her as well, but she was able to dodge most of the things, right? So yeah, I hope you guys can do this. Going to be a decent reference for some of you guys out there. With that being said, if you guys want to try level 10, I believe the same strategy should be able to be applicable, right? Thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned for the next Brown Dust 2 video. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. New character is coming out the next week, because this week we only got Leatrice, right? So have a nice day. Goodbye.